Today is Monday, January 16th, 2012, and the time is 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we will take a driving tour to the St. Moriches High School and Middle School complex and next to the Clayton Huey Elementary School complex. We are presently driving north on Scenics Avenue in the hamlet of St. Moriches, Suffolk County, Long Island, New York. This is the intersection of Cedar Street and Scenics Avenue. We will now make a left turn onto Cynthia Lane and drive through the section of St. Moriches known as Holiday Beach. We are heading west on Cynthia Lane. The stop sign is at Hewitt Boulevard. Prior to the early 1950s, the area known as Holiday Beach was one estate known as the Mashry Estate. It included many hundreds of acres. We will make a right turn now onto Old Neck Road and head north toward Main Street or Montauk Highway. We will next make a left turn and head west on Main Street. The now abandoned service station seen directly ahead was in the same family for 3 generations. Next, we will bear to the right and go to Frohline Road, which is also known as the Moriches Bypass. We are now traveling east on the Moriches Bypass. We will now turn left onto the high school property. And we will first drive around to the rear of the school. The classrooms seen to the left are part of the middle school, grades 6 through 8. The structure on the right is the maintenance department building. And directly ahead is the girls' varsity softball field. The dugouts were built by community volunteers, members of the St. Moriches Athletic Booster Club. I am proud to say that I was part of the team that built these dugouts. And here is the high school, middle school parking lot with the athletic fields to the north, east, and west of the lot. Here we see one of several baseball fields. And in the background to the right is the main soccer and football field. Seen directly ahead is a football practice field. And now we see the new lighted tennis courts, which are open to community members. This is the north side of the high school portion of the dual-use building. And the classrooms we see now on the right are part of the middle school. Okay, we will next drive down the main bus loop. Again, the middle school is at the east end of the building and the high school is at the west end of the building. Coming up on the right is the 600-seat auditorium used by both schools. And the structure on the right is the high school cafeteria located at the south end of the high school gymnasium. And directly ahead we see the Knights of Columbus Hall. The house that we see directly ahead was the former Zlatnisky home, located next to their service station for 3 generations. And when it was sold, it was moved to this new plot on Frowine Road. We are now driving east on Moriches Bypass. This is the Brookfield Avenue intersection. And we will next make a right turn and head south on Chichester Avenue back to Main Street. We will next make a right-hand turn onto Main Street and head west 1 block to the Clayton Huey Elementary School. The church directly across the street is the Center Moriches Methodist Church. We will next make a right-hand turn onto the Clayton Huey Elementary School property. And the 2-story portion of the school is the Center Moriches High School, built in 1926. The building on the right is currently the Weshy Funeral Home, formerly the Herman Funeral Home. The rear section of classrooms was added in 1954. And here we see the gymnasium, built in 1954, and at that time the largest gymnasium in all of eastern Long Island, and a place where I played basketball for 4 years in the 1950s. Here are the elementary school athletic fields. The room directly ahead is the recently renovated elementary school library. And now coming into view is the newly renovated elementary cafeteria. Here again we see the west side of the 1954 gymnasium. MYO on the white shed stands for Moriches Youth Organization, a local organization dedicated to athletics for all the community's children. The building seen directly ahead is currently a Capital One bank office. The white structure is the school district administration building. It was recently renovated and expanded for that purpose. Prior to that, it was a private residence and the home of a doctor, and also our community library for many years. Here we see the section of the elementary school that was constructed in 1956 to connect the 1950 building with the 1926 high school. And directly ahead is that portion of the elementary school that was originally constructed in 1950. The wing on the right is currently the art room, but originally it was the kindergarten room. And on the left we see the Board of Education room of the administration building. I'll make a right-hand turn and head west on Main Street for half a block to Brookfield Avenue. Okay, we'll turn into what was for many years the bus loop for the kindergarten section of the elementary school. All the rooms that we see to the right are currently used for kindergarten. And in the background, just south of the Long Island Railroad tracks, is the Little League field. I'll make a short loop through the parking lot, which was built as part of the 1994 bond issue for renovating and upgrading the elementary school. Historically, this was the location of the two-story wooden Santa Moriches High School and Grade School building that was used prior to the 1926 high school construction, and subsequently was used as the St. John's Parochial Elementary School. And finally, we will head west on Main Street towards Scenics Avenue. We hope you have enjoyed today's tour of Santa Moriches and of our Santa Moriches School District facilities.